In today's class, we are going to learn Chauka 3 and Tribhangi 3. The focus for today's class will be using heel movements combined with flat foot movements. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta. Step 3 in Chauka and Tribhangi are slightly more challenging than the other steps, but it is work in progress that you will have to keep coming back to. There are a couple of skills that you will gain while you learn step 3 in Chauka and in Tribhangi. There are 2 new foot positions that you will learn to incorporate in your postures, torso movements, hand-eye coordination and wrist movements which we have not done so far. So let's get started with our 3. Chauka 3 first. Place both feet in the same line. Turn your right foot outwards. Come into a Chauka. Squat down. Place your hands in Pataka Mudra in front of your navel. The first foot position that we are going to do today is Bilagna Parshini. As you remember from the previous step, you have already done a Bilagna Parshini in Tribhangi posture, and now you are going to learn how to incorporate it into a Chauka. So the first foot position is the right foot in Bilagna Parshini. Left foot flat on the floor and the right foot coming back into Chauka position. So let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Trying the same thing on the left side. 1, 2, 3 and 4. As you notice, all counts that I am taking are in sets of 4. Because the tal that we follow or the structure of rhythm that we follow is divided into 4 blocks. When you perform Chauka 3, you will be stepping in the first 3 blocks of the tal and leave the last one for the torso movement. Let's now try to add the torso movement into the step. Back into Chauka. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, torso to the opposite side. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, torso. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, torso. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, torso. As you see, I am holding the torso in the direction that I push it in. I do not bring it back to the center again. So holding your torso is another skill that you are learning to master now. We'll do this step a few more times till you get the hang of it. Going back into Chauka. Right foot in the heel, left foot flat and right foot flat again. Let's go. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, torso. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, torso. Make sure that you don't allow the heel to move outwards or forward. This position has to be very stationary and your Chauka needs to be very grounded while performing this step. Also try to not move your hips. A movement of your hips in Odissi is a big no-no. So be careful while you're performing this step and don't let your hips move. Let's try to add the hands this time. Placing your hands in front. Your hand will go up with the tal cycle and come back down. And then the left hand will go up and come back down. Your footwork always remains right and left alternating. Let's go. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. 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 As a little tip, I always suggest to only practice the legs first, gradually add the torso once you're confident about the legs, and then add the hands to your practice. We are now going to start with Tribhangi 3. So let's first get into a Tribhangi position. Move both feet outwards 45 degrees. Place your right heel in front in Tribhangi position. So the first foot position in Tribhangi 3 is a Bilagna Parshini, same as what we've done in Chauka 3. Bilagna Parshini is the heel upwards, and if you remember from the previous class, there are ways to check if the measurement of your Tribhangi are right. So while you're placed in a Tribhangi, make sure that your heel is now placed in the position that your toes are at. Also make sure that your right calf is perpendicular to the floor. Your Bilagna Parshini is not too far. Your knee has to always remain bent and not straight out. So bent knee with a calf perpendicular to the floor. So let's start the step now. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Bilagna Parshini, standing leg, right leg again, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Few things to keep in mind while you're performing Tribhangi 3 is that you should completely try to eliminate the bounce in your body. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni is a complete no-no. You don't move your body up. While you put your body into a Bilagna Parshini position, try to transfer your weight to the heel so that when you lift the standing leg, you've eliminated the bounce. Letting the body go with a loose body and letting the bounce reach the rest of your body is not how Odissi is performed. So control your movements, tighten up your muscles and try to get the step. We are now going to try to add torso to this movement. Ta, torso pushed up. Ta, ti, hold the torso there. Na, ka, and drop the torso back. So you are going to now take your torso, pull it up, hold it there and slowly release it. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Also keep in mind that when you push your torso up, you should not allow it to push your shoulder up as well. Ta is another common mistake that we notice with many Odissi dancers, where you allow the shoulder movement to be added to your torso. A torso movement should remain only in this part of your body. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. We are now going to add hands to this movement. Both hands in Hamsashya Mudra. Hamsashya Mudra is where your forefinger is touching your thumb on both hands and all other fingers are straight without any gaps in between them. So both hands in Hamsashya Mudra. Your left hand will be placed with a bent elbow and your forearm parallel to the floor, fingers pointed downwards. And your right hand will be placed right in front of your face, moved up another 5 inches above and move it out another 3 inches. So this is a rounded hand with no straight bends. It's a rounded hand and your palm facing outwards towards the audience in Hamsashya Mudra. Getting back into Tribhangi posture. And now the movement of your hands is the movement of your wrists. Don't allow your forearms to make the movement. It's only your wrist. Pushing your wrists out, pulling your wrists back in, like you're pulling and pushing an imaginary thread in between both hands. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta.